The Tvwan News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello and thanks for joining us for Saturday's news. In this edition, 9 more arrests made in connection to Baruni crime, snow pass in Bundi hosts international bikers, and Miss Bird of Paradise pageant extended. Two weeks after the rape and murder of Margaret Gabriel, and with 3 arrests made so far, the police have announced a breakthrough with the arrest of 9 more men in relation to this crime. The 9 individuals were apprehended on the 27th of February and have undergone forensic procedures, including fingerprints and DNA testing.
Residents of the Baruni area woke up to a horrific scene on Saturday, 15th February, following the discovery of the naked and mutilated body of 23-year-old Margaret Gabriel from Central Province. She was forcefully abducted from her home by a group of men, taken to the nearby mountains, raped, mutilated, killed and dumped. Since that fateful morning, police were only able to make 3 arrests. This morning, Police Commissioner David Manning announced the further arrest of 9 others in connection to this crime. The 9 now in custody are in addition to the other 3 men that have already been arrested. Police Commissioner David Manning thanked the support of Australian Federal Police forensics personnel who travelled from Canberra to provide specialist advisory support to RPNGC in investigating this crime that has sickened the nation. He said RPNGC forensics personnel continue to deploy modern forensic tools backed by the support from their policing partners to fight crime, saying DNA evidence and fingerprints are conclusive forensic evidence and afford irrefutable evidence to ensure convictions in a court of law. In offering his condolences to the family of late Margaret, he again gave assurance that police are working around the clock to deliver justice for her family. Ruth Rongola, TV1 News.
They have only heard of snow pass until they woke up with a $1 million view of Usino Bundi in Madang Province. A United States team of 9 adventure dirt bikers who rode all the way from Lae courtesy of the Lae-based operator New Guinea Dirt had a rare experience but only Bundi could offer.
The Freshline Motor Expedition Club members have toured countries like Africa, Nepal, Mongolia and Peru before choosing PNG on their 26th expedition. The US team chose Papua New Guinea through New Guinea Dirt's promotion of PNG as an adventure dirt biking destination. From Lae, the team biked to Bulolo and up to Aseki in Myanmar. They then biked to Ayora and Asaro in Eastern Islands to meet the Madmen before arriving at Snow Pass, Bundi, on a cold and wet afternoon of Monday, February 24th. Despite the wet weather and long ride, they were warmly welcomed by the community of Snow Pass. The team was lodged at Snow Pass Eco Lodge at 2,200 meters above sea level for the night. Owner of the Snow Pass Eco Lodge and community advocate Vincent Kumura said at the dawn of the 25th, the team woke up to the flames of the Imure burning herd dancers, a local cultural group of Karizokara, Bundi. The breathtaking rare performance was nothing like what they had seen before anywhere in the world. They left Snow Pass at 10:30 a.m. on February 25th. Kumara said with the exceptional hospitality coupled with the striking cultural performance amidst a $1 million view all around, There's no doubt that the team had left with an indelible record of PNG's tourism and hospitality, something they hoped they would treasure and share with others for many years to come. Komorofela applauded Lace New Guinea DAT for promoting PNG as an adventure biking destination in the world. Ruth Rongola, TV1 News.
Papua New Guinea's prestigious Miss Bird of Paradise PNG pageant is set to make history in 2025 as it calls for participation from all 22 provinces for the first time ever. This expansion marks a significant milestone as the nation prepares to celebrate its 50th independence anniversary. Organizers say the pageant will serve as a unifying platform to promote cultural pride, leadership and empowerment among young women across the country.
Very momentous occasion for the Miss Bird of Paradise.
At a press conference held in Port Moresby on Friday, February 28th, the Miss Bird of Paradise PNG Executive Committee made the official announcement inviting provincial pageants to take part in next year's competition. For the first time, the pageant will extend its reach to the provincial level, with provincial governments, business houses and local organizers encouraged to run preliminary competitions. The winners from each province will then compete in the National Miss Bird of Paradise PNG pageant in 2025. Chairlady of the pageant, Anna Bice, emphasized that the initiative is not just about beauty, but about empowering young women and promoting national identity.
When we announce this, it's about them coming in to participate. We build them as leaders, as young women leaders. We build them as inclusive leaders because they will advocate on the rights, educational rights of our children with disability. And so it expands that voice for our children.
Bice also highlighted the importance of nationwide participation in uniting Papua New Guineans.
I've been saying this to a lot of my male colleagues and friends that the only thing exciting in this country right now is rugby league. And Tvwan, we need to find some other exciting event that will unite the nation. That is about national unity. And I can honestly tell you, Miss Bird of Paradise bringing 22 provinces into this pageant is going to be a national excitement.
The 2024 to 2025 title holder Meha Sola, who recently represented Papua New Guinea at the Miss Pacific Islands pageant in the Solomon Islands, spoke about the impact of the platform. Organizers outlined the key eligibility criteria for the contestants. With preparations now underway, the 2025 Miss Bird of Paradise PNG pageant promises to be a grand national celebration of culture, leadership and empowerment. For young women interested in participating, applications are now open. Provincial pageant organizers and sponsors are encouraged to step forward and be part of this historic moment in PNG's Golden Jubilee year.
Papua New Guinea pageant in
This week, the Guinea-Guada Foundation, Inc. conducted its first workshop for 2025 at the Guinea-Guada Center at Tutu Beach Retreat. The initiative, in collaboration with Mary Freedom Bags, focused on sewing reusable sanitary kits for women and girls. The training also included a broader health awareness program and saw the participation for both men and women.
I'll do it. Claire wants to do it.
On Friday, February 28, 14 women and 4 men graduated from the workshop, receiving their certificates from Guinea-Guada patron Dame Carol Kidu and Mary Freedom Bags founder Gay Muller. The training, conducted by Gay and Claire Muller from Mary Freedom Bags, aimed to provide sustainable solutions for menstrual health, while also introducing incontinence pads for older men and women.
I'd first like to say thank you to Dame Carol Kidu and to Guinea-Guada for providing the facility to be able to do what we did. The vision of Mary Freedom is to continue making bags in Australia, but the second part of the vision is that they need to be made here for sustainability. And I think this week was a tremendous inkling into just how that's going to happen.
Mary Freedom Bags, a non-profit NGO based in Ipswich, Queensland, Australia, was founded by Gay Muller after witnessing the challenges women in Papua New Guinea face due to a lack of access to menstrual products. The workshop also provided a broader education on health and well-being, covering nutrition, women's reproductive health, and emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being. Potential trainers were identified to ensure the sustainability of the program. Dame Carol Kiru, patron of Guinea Foundation Inc., stated, "It is wonderful to see these women and men come together to learn new skills that will help build strong, resilient, and healthy communities for the future." The participation of men in the program was a key highlight, breaking traditional gender norms and fostering inclusivity.
This is my first time to learn a new thing, sewing of pads, sanitary pads for ladies and men. I just recently know that men do have a pad as well. And normally I see only ladies have pads, use pads, but in this workshop I just learned that men can wear pad as well. And I'm so thankful to the organizing team.
For female participants, the experience was equally empowering.
Being in this workshop, it's a great honor and privilege because things like this don't happen in our daily lives. This 1 week workshop has taught me a lot of things. Sewing those pads they were a bit hard by seeing them, but once we got onto them, they were piece of cake.
Despite minor setbacks, participants completed at least one sanitary bag each, with the remaining bags set for distribution at Pari Primary School on March 3rd, while Guinea-Guada's new sewing training room ensures ongoing practice for men and women, fostering growing interest in future workshops and expanding efforts to break stigmas and restore dignity in more communities. You're watching TV1 News. We'll have more stories after the break.
Smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
Meet the bank for everyone, everywhere. As People's Microbank, we were proud to be a bank for the people. Now as National Banking Corporation, we are bringing modern banking to all in Papua New Guinea. With more branches and our friendly staff ready to assist you in more places, we are making money matters simple and fair. So wherever you are, however you say it, say hello better banking. Learn more at nbcpng.com.pg.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo and milk taste and added nutrients, Milo and milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Find PNG made.
We are the people, connected to our land and sea. Timeless and enduring, it has served past generations, sustains us today, and will support those of tomorrow. A testament to human ingenuity. It can be shaped into limitless forms. It reflects our humanity, strong yet vulnerable. It teaches us to endure challenges to fulfill our purpose. Past technologies inspire us to look inward for creativity and sustainable solutions for the future. It brings families together, fostering moments of connection over shared meals. Known and cherished worldwide, the clay pot is a universal symbol of life, resilience, and connection.
Thanks for staying with us. The Vatican says Pope Francis's condition has suddenly worsened after he experienced an isolated breathing crisis.
Well, after days of improvement, there's been a setback in Pope Francis's medical treatment. According to its latest medical update, the Vatican said that he's experienced an isolated breathing crisis which caused him to vomit. He's receiving oxygen to help him breathe. However, he's said to be in high spirits despite what's been described as a sudden worsening of his condition. In these daily medical updates, we were hearing that his condition was either stable or improving since he experienced an earlier breathing crisis almost a week ago. The 88-year-old pontiff was first admitted to Rome's Gemelli Hospital 2 weeks ago now with bronchitis. He's now known to be battling pneumonia in both of his lungs. It's his longest hospital stay in his 12-year papacy, and we're yet to see any photos or vision of the Pope since he was admitted to hospital. We've also heard that he will no longer be leading the Ash Wednesday service next week to mark the beginning of Lent in the Christian calendar. There had been some discussion over the possibility that he may participate in weekly prayers this Sunday. He was absent from those prayers last week and the week before. However, this potential setback in his condition has now put that further into question.
An initial cleanup has been conducted at Wilkes Station after a French inspection team last year said it posed a clear risk to the Antarctic environment. The base was abandoned in 1969, leaving behind a significant amount of legacy waste, including old fuel drums and asbestos-riddled buildings.
Near the Antarctic coastline, a helicopter arrives at Wilkes Station to support an operation decades in the making.
This is the very first time at Wilkes where we have been able to clean up surface waste.
The former US station was handed to Australia in 1959, but the base was abandoned a decade later, leaving behind thousands of old fuel drums and buildings riddled with asbestos, the majority buried under metres of snow and ice.
Our estimates are that there is about 20 Olympic-sized swimming pools of waste and contaminated surface at Wilkes Station.
Australian expeditioners have now begun the first phase of a long-term clean-up campaign that comes after a French inspection team last year called for urgent remediation.
We don't shy away from the fact that we've got a big clean-up exercise and we've got this historic site here.
A total of 14 cubic metres of surface waste has been bagged up to be hauled by helicopter to the nearby Casey station and then sent to Australia by ship for future disposal.
It's been amazing, actually. We've been able to get the whole station behind it.
The initial clean-up was limited to things like metal, wood and wire and did not include the vast amount of hazardous material below the surface. Science teams are continuing to develop plans to remove the remaining waste without exacerbating the problem.
It's really understanding what the extent of the spread is in the clean-up action, so we're certainly committed to getting that done.
A parliamentary inquiry recently called for the clean-up to be completed by the end of the decade, but for now there's no official timeframe in place.
South Korean residents near the border are having to endure loud, unsettling noises from the north in an unconventional battle between the two countries.
What is that noise? On a good day, it sounds kind of like a jet engine, but on other days, it's much more unnerving. And it's coming from that mountain in North Korea.
Sometimes it sounds like a siren, sometimes like a ghost, sometimes like animal cries.
It changes between sounds like car brakes, tearing noises, and metal grinding.
This small South Korean town has had to learn to live in the shadow of the north. But last year, it became the victim of an unconventional retaliation war. North Korea sent rubbish-filled balloons across the border. Furious at the constant propaganda South Korean residents had been sending, the South responded with K-pop blaring across the border. So North Korea started its own noises. And it's driving residents nuts.
I stayed up all night. It gives me headaches and my grandchildren can't sleep.
To help residents cope with that noise, dozens of homes here are being equipped with soundproofing windows, and there's even talk of financial compensation. But residents here just want those noises to stop, and many here believe it's the south that has antagonised the north, and that is retaliation.
What we want is simple. Stop the broadcast to North Korea. That's it. If we stop, they might stop too.
These residents are the major victims of the hardline policy waged by South Korean government.
Losing peace and quiet is a big price to pay for this little town.
You're watching TV1 News. We'll have sports after the break.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase easy pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
Hiya, Mama. You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magic kakaru, get up and big smile on face. Time for Kim chicken, a great kumutu. Sip, sip, the moo, yes, magic on you.
Magic, the taste P&G loves.
Start the school year right with Colgate and Protex. There's loads of amazing prizes to be won. Win laptops, tablets, and 250 Kina shopping vouchers. To enter, purchase 2 or more Colgate and Protex branded product. Write your name and contact details at the back of the receipt. Drop it in the entry bin in participating stores for a chance to win. Promo starts 1st Feb and ends March 31st, 2025. Go to your nearest participating store now and buy Colgate and Protex products to win. Terms and conditions apply.
The stage is set. The stadium is rocking. It is go time. The entertainers are back. Rugby league at its absolute best.
Start your engines.
You got your seatbelts on?
For the ultimate talk show.
Man, this thing rips.
All Girls Garage, Mondays 8:30 on Turbo.
I believe in the life of Jesus. I believe that he conquered death. I believe in the resurrection. I believe he's coming back again.
But there is always a Kairos moment when you come into an encounter with God. There's always a Kairos moment when there's a revelation that opens up the mysteries of God.
I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. I believe it.
Welcome back, folks. The highly anticipated POM Corporate Volleyball Competition Season 6 is set to begin tomorrow at the Tarama Aquatic Center, with 60 teams from both the private and public sectors gearing up for an intense showdown.
Port Moresby Corporate Volleyball Season 6 is back with a revamped format. Corporate employees and their spouses will compete in a newly tiered format, ensuring a competitive and structured season. The first 2 Sundays, March 2nd and March 9th, will serve as pre-season trial matches, allowing teams to adapt to the new 45-minute time-bound format. This shorter game time will push teams to bring their game from the first whistle, as there will be no room for slow start. The official round 1 of the season will commence on March 16th, with teams battling fiercely for points in their respective divisions. The competition will be intense, as the top 8 teams in each division will advance to the finals to determine the champions. As the season kicks off, there are some teams to watch in each division. In the Premier Division, reigning champions NCDC men and Kinabank women will look to defend their titles against 16 tough contenders. Expect fierce battles as DHL men and Credit Corp women takes on 16 other teams in Division 1 aiming for promotion. In Division 2, New Sky Pacific men and PNG Ports women are the favourites among 12 competitive teams. Division 3 welcomes 16 new teams, with KPMG men and Stanley Hotel women predicted to make a strong impact. The mixed division, a mix of 12 experienced and new teams, will test their chemistry and versatility on the court. In the under-19 division, 4 teams will battle for the junior title, showcasing the next generation of volleyball stars. Adding to the excitement, round 1 to 5 will be crucial for players' selections in the upcoming Super Challenge set for the long Easter weekend. This event will not only provide thrilling matchups, but also serve as a platform for identifying the best players for the Port Moresby Corporate Volleyball Competition's National Championship team later this year. Rex Litter, TV1 Sports.
Cricket teams in PNG have been actively preparing for upcoming international engagements, blending rigorous training with team-building activities. The Under-19 Garamuts, Papua New Guinea's men's Under-19 cricket team, are intensifying their preparations for the ICC Under-19 Men's Cricket World Cup East Asia Pacific qualifier. Under the guidance of coach Kilapala, the squad engaged in a comprehensive training session yesterday, focusing on bowling, batting and fielding drills. This regimen aims to sharpen their skills ahead of their Brisbane training camp, scheduled before their crucial qualifier matches. The team's dedication reflects their ambition to secure a spot in the 2026 ICC Under-19 Men's Cricket World Cup in Namibia and Zimbabwe. Meanwhile, the PNG Leopards, the national women's cricket team, took a different approach by organizing a fun-filled day to strengthen team bonds, engaging in various activities. The Leopards emphasized the importance of unity and camaraderie. PNG Kumul Dan Russell is amongst a host of rugby league players now in the Las Vegas, USA for the NRL competition opener tomorrow. However, Russell won't be playing with an NRL club. Instead, he will be lining up in the Warrington Wolves colours after moving over to the Super League last year. The Wolves are taking on Wigan Warriors in an historic first ever Super League match, also in Las Vegas.
The English Super League has jumped onto the bandwagon, joining NRL to host a game in Las Vegas. The Super League match will be between Warrington Wolves and Wigan Warriors. Wolves coach Sam Badgers brought to the Las Vegas his top team, including the PNG Kumul representative player Daniel Russell. The former Dragons second rower will be the first PNG international to be part of the Vegas game. While it is a great feat for Russell to feature in this historic game, it was unfortunate for the fellow Kumul, Roderick Tai. The Wolves centre was initially drafted to travel with the team, but was dropped from the final 21-man squad. The Warrington Wolves 21-man squad include Matty Ashton, Jody Crowther, Ben Curry, Matt Dafty, Lachlan Fitzgibbon, James Harrison, Adam Holroyd, Toby King, Ollie Leyland, Aaron Lindop, Jane Moongrove, Joe Philbin, Sam Powell, Stephen Richford, Dan Russell, Cy Taylor-Ray, Josh Tullis, Paul Vaughan, Danny Walker, George Williams and Hugh Kiatis. The two clubs will be making history as the first Super League teams to take part in the NRL's season opener in American soil. It is a massive move for both NRL and the English Super League. The Super League defending champions Wigan Warriors have also brought in their best side for the historic match, headlined by Bevan Friends, who scored the only try in their grand final triumph last year. Dryfield and Junior Nasamba are amongst players to watch. In the NRL, the New Zealand Warriors will play Canberra Raiders in the much-anticipated return of the NRL before four-time defending premiers Penrith Panthers meet Cronulla Sharks. The NFL player Tyler Manoa will blow the famous Viking horn for the Raiders ahead of their game. Watch all the actions on TV1 Sports Channel 1. Rex Litter, TV1 Sports.
That's all we have as sports. Now for the weather forecast. Another edition of TV1 News. Hope you have a good evening. Good night.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hey viewers, got a red disc on your roof? It's time to unlock over 80 channels of entertainment with Digicel TV. Enjoy exclusive HSBC 7s, UEF